Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Good morning everybody.
Hallo.
Goedemorgen alle mensen. Guten Morgen alle Leute. Diese Gruppe da hinten, kann sie bitte
Hallo.
hören? Bitte schön. Danke. Vielen Dank. Schönen guten Morgen alle Leute. Und es freut mich, dass Sie alles hier sind heute Morgen. It's an absolutely glorious day to go for a walk. And we are, for the first walk of the month, we have a lovely large group of people, and so we're going to divide you up into language groups as we normally do. So our guides today are Wilfried Friedrich, Ezekiel Krambaya and Louise Hoffman. So first of all, Wilfried, would you just stand a little bit over there please? And that is a German only group. Anybody? German language? You would prefer to have in German? Okay, it looks as though just for a change it's the smallest group. Interesting. And then we have Ezekiel and Louise. And Ezekiel is English, and Louise is German, Afrikaans and English. So let's divide up. You're still going to be quite big groups, I think.
Here, this is one of the very important tree species called Kigelia africana, or the sausage tree. Interestingly, because of the fruits that look like sausages, but these ones are small. They should actually be big. Sometimes they are very small because they have not been developed. Maybe the pollination or something has not happened correctly. That's why they have got very small fruits. But it's a very important, a tree species medicinally, and now I think it's now used even in the mainline medicine, like to manufacture what they call Kigelia cream for the skin. So traditionally it's used also the bark. People can use it to just apply on the inside of the bark, to apply on the skin with the sap. Protects against eczema and other skin conditions.
It occurs mostly northeast, Caprivi, that side of the country. So in Windhoek there are a few examples, but they suffer a little bit due to the cold. This one is actually protected and quite high, but I've seen that they are not too fond of frost. So the frost actually hamper them as well from growing everywhere.
Yeah, they're quite big.
Yeah,
they're really massive. Yeah.
The sausages are
what
I've seen. Or the fruit.
But apparently, at my house now, the one has got now for the first time very big fruits here in Khomasto, which is very strange. They are bed pollinated, so the beds. So these are the flowers. So they are not really looking. I think, but the beds. So it should be probably a scent that comes out of.
Yeah, most probably.
Because if they're pollinated by nocturnal, organisms, it means maybe it's scent rather than more like the color.
Yeah.
Because it's in the evening or at night. So this is one tree that we can talk about. The other one here that's close by it's called it's some kind of an everlasting tree. Kekia.
Yeah.
That's Kekia. It's a very interesting tree in the sense that people use it to make poles for the fencing, because you can grow it from cuttings.
Yeah.
So it's vegetative reproduction. So once you put a pole out of it, then it grows into trees, so you don't have to change the poles anymore. They're there. So it's very easy to grow.
Yeah.
It's a very easy one to grow. Traditionally, they used to say if there's a new daughter-in-law into the family, you must plant this. If it survives, then the spirits have accepted you in the home. If it dies, then bye-bye, you go back to your family. So the moral of the story is it's very easy to grow. So if you cannot grow this, it simply means you're good for nothing.
And you don't get your lobola thing.
No refund.
Yeah,
There's one. There's some fruits.
it's also a bit difficult to see because it's also quite
It's also
greenish.
green.
Greenish.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is Marula. The interesting thing about the Marulas are dioecious. So they've got a male plant and a female tree. So it's very interesting. The male does not produce the fruit. You know. So sometimes people just cut down the trees and say no, it's not producing fruit. Meanwhile, you're cutting down the male. So that also results in a problem. You know. So I don't know what's happening there. Whether those are two separate or it's just one.
Well, I guess it should be both male and ordering the male one at the back because this one then produces the fruit. So for those of you that have tasted the Marula liqueur, it originates from here. I've seen there's also a funny, like a video, funny people, where some of the animals eat a ripe fruit. Or obviously the elephants are tall, so even they shake the tree and the ripe fruit falls down. Giraffe, baboons, they obviously it's sweet, and that then make them drunk as well.
It ferments in the belly and then the fruit gives them a kick. Okay, then the other one, this is the moringa. That's the indigenous moringa tree. So moringa ovalifolia. So a lot of research is going on. Look, interesting, such flowering, you know.
Yeah. So actually quite.
So this has got multiple uses, the moringa, but our Namibian moringa has not been. They still researched, it's under researched. But the Indian moringa oleifera is the one that people use for all kinds of things. The leaves are eaten, the fruits, everything. There's a lot of even the fruit, the seed is used to purify water and so on. So this is the same family. So we've got our own. When we did a survey where it actually grows, we noticed that people don't use it that much, which is very interesting. So it's potentially a very useful tree. So the studies are still going on to just find out whether it carries the same properties like the Indian moringa. So it's called what is it called? Phantom tree.
Yeah, I know the Afrikaans name is meelsak. Boom, because the stem are also sometimes quite big, so it looks like a bag of flour. So that's
So we call these pachycos, like they are stem succulents. So the stem is like a water tank. So and interestingly, it's actually doing well here. They normally don't do well where there's a lot of water.
Yeah.
Because when they collapse, they don't need. Because already it's got mechanism to store water. Yeah. All right, so I think we can go that way and go to the as we walk. So that's actually a very good place to sort of start. So Zilke, does this every month. She changes the board, the information here on the board, so that people can know what is actually flowering. So and a bit of some description and information there, uses and so on, so people can walk around by themselves. So kind of self-help, resource. Yeah. So there's quite a lot flowering this year. I think due to the fact that the rains are good. So we expect to see quite a lot. So I can see now hopefully people can take photographs with their minds. So we would like to look at the lilies, and then there's also the talinum is actually flowering. You can see oxalis. There are quite a lot. I don't see the morning glories.
We hope they're flowering.
We hope they are flowering as well. But anyway, we will check. So the premiers of Onikogailum is flowering. So we're going to go around the lily walk. And then, yeah. Okay. So if you've got any questions, you can ask or stop me as we go.